This is Weekend Indiana. I'm Ray Steele. Coming to the Palladium in Carmel, June 1st, one of the best voices going today, and she's only, 14 years old? I think she just turned 14. You saw her when she was a smidge younger, perhaps, on America's Got Talent. That's where I think she went really big. She was getting known via YouTube and some other things before then, but then she hit America's Got Talent, and I don't think there's been a reason to watch America's Got Talent since Jackie Evancho was on there. She's going to be at the Palladium, as I said, June 1st, 7 o'clock show, and Jackie's been good enough to join me for a few minutes here on 93 WIBC. Jackie, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I am great. You are from where? Where is home for you?
I'm from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I won't make fun of Pittsburgh then today. So it's great to talk to you. You were, when you did America's Got Talent, I don't want to say that everything started for you with America's Got Talent, because you had been performing publicly for at least a few years prior to that, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
What all had you done before then?
Basically, I'd been just doing little talent competitions on the East Coast because we had to go from driving distance. And actually, we tried out for America's Got Talent 2 times before I actually got on the show. It was the YouTube competition that got me on the show.
All right, so we know what you sound like now. We know what you sound like when you did America's Got Talent. Why do you think they didn't take you earlier?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was just not the right season for me to come on. Maybe they just didn't think I was good enough. I'm not sure.
But you kept working at it, and why was America's Got Talent so important that you kept trying out for it time and again?
Well, I guess it was just because I'd really wanted to get noticed, because singing has been my passion since I saw the movie Phantom of the Opera, which was when I turned 8. And since my singing had been a passion for so long, I was just craving being able to have people see me, because that's really all I wanted, was people to hear my voice and tell me what they thought of it. And so I guess maybe that's why.
So lots of people like to sing, but not everybody can belt it out the way you can. When did you figure out, I mean, you see the movie Phantom of the Opera, which, I mean, the music from Phantom of the Opera is phenomenal. Did you start trying to sing it, and then everybody around you was like, oh my goodness, she can actually belt out these tunes, even at, 8 years old at the time?
Yeah, that's actually very close to what happened. I went home after seeing the movie with, I think it was my mom and my brother, Jacob, or the whole family. I'm pretty sure it was the whole family. But anyway, we came home from seeing the movie, and I started singing the songs around the house. And my mom heard me, and she thought that I was good, so she asked me if I wanted to do a talent competition called Keen Idol, and I was all up for it, so I performed, and I became first runner-up to a 20-year-old opera singer, and I guess that was a big sign from my parents.
Jackie Evancho is with me. She's going to be at the Center for the Performing Arts, the Palladium, June 1st, 7 o'clock show. Now, once you had your success, everybody's heard the story about America's Got Talent. You did, I know, a couple of PBS specials, I think, with David Foster, didn't you?
Yes.
After that. So a lot of people have seen you on TV, but when you say you finished runner-up to somebody who was much older, when you were in those competitions, singing the way you did, I'm curious as to what the reaction of the older singers would be, as to whether or not they would be offended that this little girl was out singing them, or were they encouraging to you? Were they telling you, how good you sounded and encouraging you to practice and get better?
Well, I think because it was a competition, everyone was kind of on edge. Nobody talked to each other. It was kind of just a stand alone, don't bother me, I'm in the middle of preparing kind of situation. So during the time that I was in the competition, no one really did talk to me or tell me that I was good, or that to break a leg even.
But when you're out of a competition setting, though, what kind of feedback? Who are some of the singers that you like, that you follow, and have you gotten to interact with them, get some feedback from them?
Well, some performers and singers actually that I really like I love Lady Gaga's music. She's really crazy and eccentric, and that's what I love about her, is that she's not afraid to be who she wants to be.
But the woman can sing.
Yes, she can.
People don't understand that. People who stereotype Lady Gaga don't understand that the woman can flat out sing.
Yeah, I know. That's another reason why I like her, because there are a lot of stars out there nowadays who can't really sing without a little bit of help.
She was on a duets album with Tony Bennett not all that long ago, and I think that's where, because I really had not listened to a lot of Lady Gaga up until then, and then I saw her do a duet flat out with Tony Bennett, and it was just phenomenal. And she was doing, old standards, songs that were long before her time and your time, and just knocking them out of the park. She is remarkable talent.
I agree.
Now, speaking of those songs, I believe this show is going to be highlighting songs from your most recent album, which is called Songs from the Silver Screen. This came out a couple years ago now, but these are songs that everybody will be familiar with. You mentioned Phantom of the Opera, Music of the Night is on there, but a lot of other songs from famous movies, Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka, Can You Feel the Love Tonight from Lion King. Now, who picked the songs here? Did you pick some of these songs? Were you helped in picking songs for this album?
It was a combination of me, my parents, my manager, and the label. And we kind of went on YouTube and looked up songs from movies, and ones we liked we'd write down, and then we'd choose from that list and then put them on the CD.
Which ones do you like? Obviously, Music of the Night, because Phantom of the Opera is what got this started for you, but what are some of the others that you like on this album?
I really love Reflection from the Disney movie Mulan, because I love that movie too, and I'd seen it when I was really young, and I saw it with my family, so it always makes me think of my family when I sing it.
There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you will be free if you truly wish to be.
And I also really like Pure Imagination, because the song is about going on a journey and imagining, and it always reminds myself of me and my family, because we're so creative and we love being imaginative.
I sing that song a lot because we have, again, before your time, Muppet Show DVDs at home, and Ben Vereen performed that song when he was a guest on the Muppet Show, and that, at the time that aired, that was just a few years. Well, actually, it was a few years after Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory came out. But great songs, great album. Now, how do you reconcile the singing career with being 14 years old? Because my oldest daughter is 11, so I know about the preteen thing right now. How do you reconcile the two worlds?
Well, I guess it's all in with my parents, because my parents are always smart, and they make sure that I'm home a lot so that I can have basically 50% on the road and 50% at home, so that I can have the chance to play with my pets and play with my friends, and I really respect that from them.
What is, I don't want to say you haven't really been typecast yet, but you've done kind of a certain style of music, and a lot of it's based on your vocal style. Your albums end up on the classical charts a lot when you look at the record charts. What do you hope to continue to do musically? What style of music do you want to get into popular music eventually, or are you satisfied with what you're doing?
I'm very satisfied with what I'm doing. I wouldn't have it any other way. What I do, I feel, is just what my voice wants.
So we're not going to have a country album like in 5 years, are we?
No.
Thank God.
Sorry,
we have a country station here, so I make fun of them. No, it's interesting because there's nothing wrong with country music. A lot of people have done country albums, but I can't see a voice like yours crossing over into country music or some other genres too well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay.
But we ventured into pop, and my voice doesn't sound bad. It sounds pretty decent, actually. It's just my voice doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll cross that bridge. 10 years from now, when you do come out with a country album, we'll talk again and we'll rehash this conversation. But until then, songs from the silver screen. Jackie Evancho and the Symphony Orchestra is going to be performing that at the Palladium June 1st in Carmel. We've got the ticket info at WIBC.com. Jackie, it's been great talking to you, and can't wait until the concert. Thanks for talking to me today.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.